I feel like our family has been put in an impossible situation, so I need some objective opinions. The context: 16 years ago, my 40F cousin, Jack, 45M, started a relationship with his coworker, Linda, 40F. Jack was still legally married to his wife, Jess, 45F, and they had 2 children, a boy and a girl. This part of the story is a little murky because depending on who you ask, Jack and Jess were already separated by the time Jack and Linda got together, even if they were still married. Others say that Jack and Jess were still together and Jack had an affair. This point might be one of those things that only the 3 of them know for sure. Jack and Linda eventually had 2 children, a girl, Melanie, 15, and a boy, Ethan, 13, who are now old enough to comprehend what happened. The children that Jack and Jess had are Allison, 20, and Rob, 18. Jack and Linda moved across the country for better job opportunities. This meant that Jack could only have a relationship with his first 2 children, Allison and Rob, via electronic means. As far as I know, the kids never visited them, and they were never able to build relationships with their stepmom and half-siblings. Their lack of travel was probably due to money issues as well as Jess maybe not wanting to let the kids travel. My cousin, as far as I know, paid child support, but this might be another thing that only the 3 adults know for sure. Some will say dutifully paid every month, others say he stopped paying well before the kids turned 18. Eventually, the relationship between Jack, Allison, and Rob deteriorated as they felt replaced by the children that Jack and Linda had. Understandably, they also never accepted their stepmother due to the sordid way the relationship began. The family has always tried to step up for Allison and Jack, but of course, it's not the same. They have grown up without their father, no one denies that. Most of the family freely admits that when my cousin left his wife, he also left behind his kids, and he is an absolute age for that. Also, Linda is also an age for not striving to build a relationship with her stepkids. I will admit that I do not know the specifics about how much effort went into this, but I recently found out that Melanie and Ethan just became fully aware that they had half-sibs. Clearly, Jack and Linda were not into relationship building. Throughout the years, the family has had good relationships with Jack, Linda, Melanie, Ethan, and Jess, Allison, Rob. Jess never remarried and has always been a very good mom to her kids, who absolutely adore her. The dilemma. Recently, Allison has been critical of the family that still has a relationship with her father and his new family and is threatening to go no contact with anyone who does. The issue is that most of the family does have a good relationship with Jack, Linda, Melanie, Ethan, especially the kids. At this point, Jack and Linda have a solid marriage and they have built a happy family. Speaking for myself, I absolutely feel for Allison and Rob and think they are entitled to their feelings and they have a right to maintain and relinquish relationships. However, the idea of canceling my relationship with Jack, Linda, Melanie, Ethan for the sake of Allison feels icky, mostly for the kids involved. Melanie and Ethan are pretty young, and I believe that cutting off contact with their parents would be detrimental to them. Most of us feel like we are in an impossible situation. So, Wibda, if I maintain my relationship with my cousin and his new family?